This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Now at 6, Governor Newsom signs bills into law cracking down on ICE raids and banning agents from wearing masks.
Plus, a chaotic pursuit ends in a deadly shooting outside an In-N-Out, sending people running for cover.
And a new move by President Trump that could have major impacts on the tech industry. Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. I'm Gio Insignaris.
And I'm Hunter Sowards. We're going to start tonight with some breaking news. LAPD is investigating a stabbing on a Metro bus in South LA. It happened near 30th in Vermont just before 4 this evening. According to LAPD, the victim is a 50-year-old man, but there is no word on his condition. KCAL was over the scene, as you can see, as police took statements from witnesses. We have reached out to Metro for comment, but have not heard back. Now to this, Governor Newsom signing 5 new bills into law today, cracking down on immigration raids at hospitals and schools. And one law bans ICE agents from wearing masks and covering their faces.
But the question tonight, can these laws even be enforced? KCAL News reporter Zach Boedo here now breaking down the laws and what happens next in all this. Zach?
Hey guys, yeah, this all causing quite a stir on social media. First, both levels of government are protected in different aspects. Experts say while states can't be forced to help the federal government enforce immigration enforcement, state laws like the group signed today cannot directly undermine ICE's ability to enforce federal law, leaving the federal government some room to be able to overcome these new state hurdles.
Thank you. Governor Gavin Newsom signing a legislation package Saturday aimed at protecting immigrant communities as ICE activity continues across the state.
I think of these 5 bills that I'll be signing here in a moment are about accountability.
The 5 bills listed here essentially call for no ICE in schools or hospitals without warrants or court orders, and no concealing identities, basically banning law enforcement from wearing masks and demanding they display their name and badge number while working.
All of this legislative resistance is to protect Angelenos from our own federal government.
In response to the signing, acting U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley, representing the Central District of California, pushing back in a post on X, saying in part the state of California has no jurisdiction over the federal government. If Newsom wants to regulate our agents, he must go through Congress. I've directed our federal agencies that the law signed today has no effect on our operations.
Federal officers have a lot of leeway, and the federal government has a lot of leeway to argue that they want to enforce federal law in a specific way, and states can't, again, directly or significantly interfere with that.
For boots on the ground organizations that patrol neighborhoods like this one in South Central for ICE activity, they believe that the governor's actions today are a step in the right direction, but there's still more that needs to be done.
It's a positive step that the governor is taking here in California, but we firmly believe that it won't be the politicians or it won't be like the police officers or local law enforcement that's going to defend the community from these raids. Only the people will organize themselves to defend themselves from these raids.
More in-depth information on these new laws on our website. 4 bills went into effect right away, which protect the schools and hospitals. That mask ban won't start until January. And guys, we are expecting there to be some lawsuits about these laws.
Zach, thank you so much. Governor Newsom also facing criticism tonight for something posted on social media before today's news conference. It all started with this post on X from the governor's press office saying, quote, Kristi Noem is going to have a bad day today. This was apparently in reference to those immigration bills signed by the governor. Then an assistant secretary for the Department of Homeland Security responded saying the message, quote, reads like a threat. That led to more criticism from acting U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley. He referred the message to the Secret Service and requested what he calls a full threat assessment. Finally, the Secret Service responded, saying it must vigorously investigate any situation or individual, regardless of position or status, that could pose or be perceived as posing a threat to protectees. We did reach out to Governor Newsom's office for comment on all of this. The Director of Communications sent us a statement saying, quote, I think the actions we asserted today, the laws that we just advanced today, run in complete contrast to what she's asserting and what she's pushing.
Some new information tonight as police continue to investigate the body found in a car owned by a popular singer. That artist has canceled the rest of his tour. The singer, known as David, was scheduled to play at the Greek Theater tonight. David's Tesla is at the center of a police investigation after the body of a 15-year-old girl was found inside the trunk at a tow yard in Hollywood. The girl has been identified as Celeste Rivas, who disappeared 2 years ago from Lake Elsinore. A spokesman for the singer has said he is fully cooperating with investigators.
A registered sex offender is accused of assaulting a child and one other person in Temecula yesterday. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office says 30-year-old Jacob Paulson assaulted an adult and a minor in separate incidents on Winchester Road. Deputies say he's a registered sex offender on parole for sexual assault, and they believe there could be more victims.
All right, happening right now, the 405 through the Sepulveda Pass is once again down for a couple of weeks now. KCAL the construction zone this afternoon, slow going. The lane closure will last all weekend, and you're going to want to avoid the area if you can.
Weather and a start to the but meteorologist Hugo Spina is tracking a chance for some more rain in our next weather.
Yes, we have some changes headed our way. Things are calm today, but that weather is going to be turned off. Want to show you temperatures this afternoon. It's a warm one, but with temperatures pretty close to average, 80s and 90s for including Chino, low 90s for parts of the Inland Empire from San Bernardino as we head into Riverside and Temecula, 93 this afternoon. Look at this weekend. So again, close to average 84 for the downtown area. Average high this time of year is 83. As we head into tomorrow, we're going to continue to see similar temperatures. However, increasing clouds and increasing chances for some tropical moisture to start moving in. Here's a look at conditions right now. So again, things are pretty calm out there, but some moisture is going to be moving in. So I'm tracking all of that for you coming up in just a minute.
How much, Olga? A murder suspect leads police on a pursuit in Orange County overnight, and it ended with a gun battle outside and out. We want to warn you that some people may find this difficult to watch.
Hills. Dogford has police and a man suspected of murder have a shootout in the middle of a busy.
It was intense. It happened so quick. It's wild. 5-10 second span and 40 shots to let off.
People waiting in line for their food at the nearby In-N-Out rushed into the restaurant.
I feel like everyone started panicking and just like getting the ground, you know.
Authorities say it all started around midnight when police responded to that home in San Diego County, found and killed. The suspect traveling through Newport Beach before he eventually exited El Toro Road, driving toward the In-N-Out in Laguna Hills.
Out in the door and started shooting at the.
Shows the police response. They suspect died during that shootout. Multiple police crews gunfire officers by hurt.
Honestly, I was kind of in shock. I was really just like, is this really happening?
Now, the Orange County Sheriff's Office is going to be handling this investigation. They are asking anyone with video who may have seen something of that, turn it over.
A suspect in the shooting of a station in Sacramento has been a 64 man accused of firing shots into a window station yesterday. No one was injured. The suspect was released today after posting 200 bail. Officers say they have no shooting, no evidence linking it to people who support or be Jimmy Kimmel suspension.
At 6 tonight, a man with a gun is arrested outside State Farm Stadium in Glendale as the venue prepares for tomorrow's public memorial for conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Secret Service says a man was acting suspicious outside the NFL stadium and told of law enforcement. Public safety officials confirmed he was not law enforcement. Homeland Security has listed tomorrow's service as a level 1 security threat. So this is with the Super Bowl. Trump and J.D. Vance to it.
President Trump with another crackdown, and as Lisa Rosner reports, this one will have a direct impact on the tech industry.
On Friday, President Trump signed a declaration that would impose an annual
$100 fee on H-1B visa applications. The signing ongoing efforts to restrict immigration is expected to impact U.S. industry, including companies and Amazon rely heavily on workers from India and China. The sign comes as the White House says it's reached a TikTok deal.
I had a great call with President Xi, and as you know, he approved the TikTok deal.
On Saturday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt shared details about the deal interview with Fox News.
This TikTok will be majority-owned Americans in their state in those Americans. And data will be led by America's tech companies or